What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So getting to do this YouTube thing, I get to test a lot of products, a lot of different products, numerous flashlights, and I have to tell you, I've tested so many flashlights, it kind of takes a lot to impress me, let's say. And I know you've heard me say Olight has impressed me several times in the back, but they've really outdone themselves now with this new light that I have in my hand. If you want to pick one of these up, they're going to have a Christmas sale or December sale starting December the 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern time through December the 16th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. There'll be a link in the description below where it'll take you straight over there and you can pick up such thing as this light I have in my hand for an incredible under $56. Yes, when you see this, it is under $56. And remember, if there's ever anything on their website that's not on sale, you can always use discount code GearRunner to save 10% off those items as well. But let's get back at this. So it takes a lot to impress me. I carry an Arkflex every day, and Olight kind of beat me to the punch on this. And we'll take a look at it here in just a minute. But I was going to actually send Olight a message and ask them to configure an Arkflex a certain way where it did not have like the laser and the UV and stuff like that on it, because I as much as I love that light, I don't use those items. And they actually kind of beat me to the punch. And what am I talking about? I am talking about the brand new Arkflex. This thing's pretty amazing, so let's go take a closer look at it. All right, guys, here it is, the brand new Arkflex from Olight. Now, seriously, this light has really impressed me over the last few days that I've had it. And Olight really did something that I was going to ask them to do, like I said earlier in the video. They put two LEDs in it. There's no lasers in it. There's no UV lights, which I don't really use that in the Arkflex. I carry an Arkflex every day up until I got this. I just used the light part of it, and I've also complained that sometimes that switch would move on me, and that's just being honest. Sometimes I pull it out of my pocket and hit the button. It's not a big deal. You can just flip it back to light, but it has moved on me several times, so I've had to flip that. That's a little bit aggravating sometimes, but you don't have to worry about that with this, because there's just a button on the side right here. It turns it on, turns it off, so there's no little lever or anything like that you have to worry about. And the reason they call this the Arkflex is because the head of it pivots 90 degrees. The head still works like that. So you can like hook it on a backpack if you want to and carry it like this and kind of see where you're going hands-free. It does have a reversible pocket clip, so you can use it as a headlamp and you can adjust that light to wherever you need it. Or if you use the magnetic charging end right here, which will stick to metal, of course, because it's magnetic, you can adjust this to the angle you need it for whatever you may be working on, which is really cool in my opinion. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably worried about how tight this is, if this is going to wear out. Now, I can't say over 10,000 repetitions how tight this is going to be, but mine has been moved quite a bit because I've showed it to a couple of buddies at work that love Olight products. They order a lot of Olights, and they have really put this head to the test, moving it back and forth. They would just sit there and move it like this right here just to see, you know, how many repetitions it'd take for it to start to get loose, and this has not loosened up at all. I will say that it's still just as tight as it was the day I got it. So I don't think you really have to worry about that, if at all, not for a very, very, very long time. Now, I don't know how they accomplished how tight this is in there, but they've done a really good job at it. Now, like most Olights, it does have like a moonlight mode, and then you have low, you have a medium, then you have a high, and then you double click it for turbo. Now, in those settings, the moonlight mode is 1.5 lumens, the low is 15 lumens, the medium is 100 lumens, high is 400 lumens, and then that 1,000 output of turbo gives you quite a bit of spill at 1,000 lumens, and it makes it a great EDC lights. I've had EDC lights that actually had too much lumens. Like I was trying to see something close, and it just kind of glared back in your face, and you just really could not see what you was looking at, because it just had too much lumens. So, you know, having like a moonlight mode or like a low mode It really helps out when you're just trying to see something close that's kind of reflective, like some kind of gloss paint or something like that. It really helps that out. But now let's take a look at some other lights that Olight makes, like my Arkflex, just a regular Arkflex. I know y'all are curious about that. If I put it up like this beside it, they are essentially the same length. If I put this one on top of it, you can see the other light, the new light, that magnets are fighting each other, is just ever so slightly wider. And there again, this one has a UV light and this one has two LEDs. You have the switch right here to switch it in between modes with UV and the light. And like I said, that is one con I give the Arkflex. I love this light, I carry it a lot, but I don't need that UV light. Whereas this right here gives me everything that I was wanting this light to do away with, if that makes sense. And then we also have an Arkflex Pro. You can see here the Pro is a little bit longer. They are essentially the exact same width. It's just that Pro is a little longer. Now the Pro will give you the laser and UV, so if you do use those, you do have that option with the Pro. All right, guys, so like I said before, I test so many lights and so many different products. It really takes a lot to impress me with something new, because I've seen a lot of it and I've kind of seen it all. But this light actually really impressed me because it was exactly what I wanted. It was kind of like Olight kind of read my mind and made a light personally just for me. And they didn't, but that is exactly what it seems like, because this is exactly what I was pretty much fixing to request them to make. Again, if you're interested in the new Arkflex, and I think you should be, because for EDC, this thing is great. Like I said, I've carried it for the last couple of days, and everybody I've showed it to really likes it. They all want to order one. They just think it's great. This button right here is very intuitive. It has good knurling on the side that locks in your hand. So again, if you want to order one of these, there'll be a link in the description below, whereas you can pick it up from the 11th through the 16th at the time stated before. For under 60 bucks, you get 1,000 lumen. And it also has a strobe. I forgot to tell you all that. If you triple click it, it has a strobe. So that's even another feature, if you like strobe, that is in there. For under $60, you get a rechargeable EDC light that I think is one of the best on the market. And I'm not saying that because Olight sent me this. I carry an Arkflex every day, and this is definitely going to replace that. Now, I've said some other lights were going to replace it, but I didn't like them as much because they were round. I like these flat lights. They kind of just sit in your pocket and you kind of forget about them. This will definitely replace my Arkflex. Now, if you like the Arkflex, you have an Arkflex, or you want an Arkflex, don't let me necessarily talk you out of getting an Arkflex, because the Arkflex is a great light. I've carried one for, years now. Probably 2 years at least, since I got my first one, and I've carried it ever since. Pretty much every single day, unless I was testing other lights. And it's got a lot of wear on my Arkflex and stuff like that, but this will soon have a lot of wear on it, because it is definitely going to replace my Arkflex in my pocket for everyday carry. I do want to say, I do believe that the pocket clip is a little bit beefier as well on this than it is on Arkflex. And if you like to carry your light head up, you can do that. A little bit will stick out of your pocket, but you can definitely do that. I always carry mine head down. That's just the way I carry it, just to kind of protect the lens and stuff like that. But if you prefer your lights, lens up, you can do that as well. Again, guys, link in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer those. But I truly believe if you buy this product right here, this Arkflex, you won't be disappointed, because I have not been, and I look forward to carrying this for a very long time, until Olight or someone else comes out with something better, which I think will be many years down the road, because it's going to be hard to come up with a better product than this, because this is exactly what I had in my head, like I said before, for the perfect EDC. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you all. We'll see you next time.